Big time storylines. Big time storylines. Big time storylines. I'm glad I don't hear that weird stuff no more. Remember we used to hear all that crazy stuff going
I
on?
can't remember what it said.
Yo, that was weird. That took us off guard real quick. Welcome back, Rellism Sports Talk, episode 140, part 2. Hopefully no more interruptions from the internet. But now y'all get the all elite guarantees out here. We're going to give you our locks of the week, betting favorites, fantasy studs. We're going to give it all to you for week 12. Week 11, I'll tell you what, that boy Brandon's doing it again. Brandon, you out here kicking butt again. You the only one to get your lock. Tommy didn't get his lock with the Giants. I ain't get my lock with the Broncos, but you got yours with the Bills. And that stupid missed extra point cost me one of my parlays yesterday. It made me mad. But anyway, so Brandon, you out here killing with that. We're not doing it with the sleepers, so we're gonna change it to fantasy studs that you should play or a guarantee for a prop bet. Y'all ready, fellas?
Yeah.
So this week, we're gonna always start with Tommy's other man crush, the Ravens. This is the most weird team to me because they can beat anybody, I think, on any given day. They can also lose to anybody. And now with Staley out, that's huge for them as far as running goes. He's not out for the year, so that's good. And they're giving up 3.5 to the Jaguars, who's another team that's weird like that. Go ahead, GM. Tell me who you got. Can the Jaguars win that game? Or the Ravens gonna cover?
I've got the Ravens winning that one pretty easily.
Easy.
Yeah. But quietly, the Ravens defense over the last 3 weeks have just become a different animal.
Who they add over there?
They got Smith now, and it's really freed up Hamilton. Is who I've been looking at what's happening now is Hamilton's able to stay home, and
what
the whole
school did Hamilton go to?
Yeah, he came out of ND. That's I really liked him as a safety. He's a ball hawk, and he's getting a chance to hawk a little bit more.
I agree. What about you, Tommy? What about you? I mean, Brandon, sorry.
Actually, I got the Jags with the points.
Jags with the points for Brandon. All right.
I think Ravens win, but I think you can beat like 20. Something like that.
I feel you. Yeah, 3.5 with the Ravens because you never know with the Ravens. I don't know where Mondo's at.
And the Jags ain't terrible, man.
They're not terrible.
No, they're not.
And they just added what did I call to do? Williams. They added Henderson too to go ETN. I hope he don't cut into ETN's fantasy production.
Nah,
like Tommy said, the Ravens be stopping the run too. So I'm scared of playing ETN. So if y'all had to pick, who's gonna be your fantasy stud? Who's your fantasy stud, Tommy?
In that game, I would probably gonna have to go with Lamar. I mean, he's going to come off the ball really well with that defense in front of him. It's not much. I don't really think he's got much to worry about this week. He's going to outrush Justin Fields this week. This will be his.
Fields might not even play, dude.
Fields is going to play.
Fields is going to play.
I don't think he's going to play.
I don't see him playing either.
Would you want him to play?
No.
I think he runs the ball more than he's ever ran it this week too. He might get 2 quarterbacks at 100 yards.
The rest of their schedule, I wouldn't even want him playing no more games. All right, Brandon, who's your fantasy stud that's going to win a game for somebody?
Mark Andrews. I think he gets an end zone twice.
Andrews. 2 TDs.
And I got Lamar's got 100 yards rushing.
100 yards rushing.
Lamar cracked
the Gus bus.
Yeah, Gus is supposed to come back this week, so we'll see how that goes. Mine is gonna be I'm gonna go with Christian Kirk. I'm gonna go with Christian Kirk.
Nah, that's a good
I think the secondary for the Ravens is gonna be suspect, and they do stop the run. I think he might be able to do something. And I think the Ravens will cover. I think the Ravens will cover the 3.5. All right, next game that Tommy's going to. Safe travels, Tommy.
Right.
Safe travels to your family going. He's going to watch it. He's going to ride with them Broncos. It's a pick'em game against the Panthers. Damn.
Denver was favored, wasn't it?
Yeah, Denver's favored.
Oh, mine said pick'em. What are they favored by?
I think 2.5. Hold on.
2.5?
Almost 3.
I think.
Minus 2.5.
1. I got 1 now.
So it's 1. Yeah, that's why mine said pick'em. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
But
picking
we don't
Denver.
care about the won't care about the points. Let's pick them.
I'm grabbing Denver. I'm taking Denver to win this. I mean, they're starting Sam Darnold. I'm really happy about that. I don't think he's got anything for our defense that you thought he was seeing ghosts before. He's not played in this long. He's about to go against Denver's defense. This is not good for him. But as far as fantasy sleeper goes, I think Sutton gets free. I'm going to be yelling for it. I'm going to be there every snap on his ass. I'd look for Sutton to get free. I'm telling Foreman to shut up and sit down. He ain't nothing for us. That would be my scare factor for that game is Foreman. If Foreman can get off, then we're going to have some problems because the ball control the crap out of us. We need opportunities to score.
I'm with you on that. And I had Sutton last week, and he let me down a little bit. But, I mean, when Russell Wilson's quarterback, I mean, what I expect? Foreman is somebody, too. We'll see. Go ahead, Brandon. Who you got?
I pick Denver every week, dude, and
So
I don't know what.
Denver was my lock last week. Garbage. Go ahead, Brandon.
I mean, I know Darnold's playing, but I just don't know, dude. I'm gonna take Denver again and probably be wrong.
Is there a fantasy stud in that or what?
I'm going to say Russell Wilson throws over 1.5 touchdowns. Like
Wilson
the line
over 1.5.
Yeah,
touchdown passes.
TD.
That's the only way.
Has he done it yet this year?
I don't know. I was gonna pick him in that also.
Right.
Russell Wilson over 1.5 TDs. Shaman's back in the building. Hey, we're doing pick'ems betting wise, and we need fantasy studs or a guarantee.
Might start Latavius Murray, so maybe can he be a stud this week?
Yeah.
So
He's
got a solid. He's got a solid.
My pick is I'm taking the Broncos in the pick'em or 1 point or whatever again, and that is my stud. I think Murray is going to guaranteed anytime touchdown. Murray.
Yeah, I think I'm playing him over Najee.
And it's like a plus 120, 130. So I'll take Murray with an anytime touchdown, anytime TD. Shaman, Broncos, Panthers, who you got?
Broncos.
Broncos. Who's your fantasy?
I got the Broncos.
Who's going to be the fantasy guy?
Same.
Who?
He froze.
He's done. Oh.
All right.
He left.
Go back to the All Elite. Okay, so the next game, Brandon. Falcons.
Yep.
Plus 3.5. They playing my Washington Commanders, who actually are showing some offensive life out here. Gibson's out here showing things that I didn't know that he could still do. Heineke's out here throwing it to Scary Terry, which Wentz couldn't do. I don't know why. Tommy's boy Logan Thomas, that was one of his sleepers or whatever. He's getting healthy. He's gonna play this week. Falcons lost.
Chase playing?
Huh?
Is Chase playing for sure?
He says he is, but he said that last week, so I don't know. Pitts is gone, thank God, so I don't have to keep playing him in fantasy. Wait for a breakout game.
Such a disappointment.
Can Washington cover it at 3.5?
Yeah, I got it at 4, but I think they cover 4 too. So.
You got Brandon's got Washington covering. All right, who's your fantasy impact player or guaranteed bet?
It's going to be Curtis Samuel. I like Antonio Gibson to score a touchdown for sure, but I do think Curtis. I think so, but I think Samuel is sneaky good and underrated.
Okay, kind of like a generic Debo Family Dollar version. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yes. I mean, I like Washington to win as well and cover that 4. I think you guys can win by that touchdown on that game. And I think
this is a playoff eliminator.
The only touchdown scored by Atlanta will be scored by Drake London most likely. So I'd go ahead and take London, as my candidate for us. A player I'd start. Now Samuel's good. Outside of Samuel, London.
Because people are scared to play Drake London. People are scared.
Who else?
I think I'm benching him in my league.
That's what I'm saying. I think people.
A standard league, it would be much more beneficial than it will be PPR. So I'll tell you that because of his quarterback.
So you're expecting just touchdowns for him?
He can get the TD.
Like a Brandon Ayuk game last week. He caught 2 balls and 2 touchdowns.
There you go.
Which I needed, baby. Which I needed. Somebody's starting to creep up in the FFF. Somebody that won like 3 in a row. I mean, I don't even know.
Somebody that lost 2 in a row.
Who has? You have?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, what are you talking about?
Sally snapped him last week, man. It was funny.
She beat me
I
too
told
early.
you it happens when I play.
How you looking, Tommy, in FFF?
I'm all right. I'm right where I want to be.
Where's that at, Tommy?
500 football coming.
That's what you want to be?
I don't play the regular
average.
I need that last. I want to take that top dog out in week 13. That's usually one of my strong weeks. Week 14, the first playoff week, I try to, pick a strong week and come in, knock that big dog out.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take Washington too. I'm scared to do it. I'm gonna take Heineke. As crazy as that sounds, I think he's gonna throw over 2 touchdowns. It's 1.5. Yeah. I think Heineke's gonna throw at least 2. I don't trust the Falcons defense. So that's what I'm looking at. We're gonna cover the 4. Heineke 2 touchdowns. Some people might have to play Heineke. I'd play him over Russell Wilson. And I'm high on Russell Wilson this week. Would you?
I hate starting Russell.
Who would you start, Heineke or Russell?
I've had to start Russell every week in Raw. I'm starting Russell in Raw again. I got Sutton and Russell in Raw. I'm there, and I'm playing against Foreman. So,
and how's your record?
It's a big game for me.
What's your record?
In Raw, not good. Come on now. Okay. I got my quarterback and number 1 wide receiver. Their offense averages like 16 points.
What team do they play for?
The Broncos. That's right.
The Broncos, right? Oh, okay, Broncos.
That's right.
All right, Brandon. Your nemesis, Tom Brady and them Bucks. They might be coming. I think they're coming. They're playing against Jacoby Brissett at home. He knows it's his final game. He's gonna try to show off. The Bucks are giving away 3.5. Can the Bucks do that on the road?
Yeah.
They're gonna cover that on the road.
I think so.
Who's your fantasy standout or your guarantee?
Rashad White. I should have played him. I was going to over Gabe Davis, but I didn't. But
I got you.
I think he gets in the end zone.
That's a good pick. I mean, Fournette's out. He's there.
Is he out for sure?
Yeah, they said he's out. Who you got, Tommy?
I'm going to take Tampa and the points on that one easy, but
easy. No locks yet. Nobody has no locks yet. I like that. Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and take my my lock on fantasies coming off the other side of the ball. With Jacoby out there, I don't care what he wants to do. They're still somebody else calling the plays. Nick Chubb's gonna get the ball 20, 25 times. So he'll get his 100 yards, 120 yards maybe this
120 yards.
On Tampa's D? Ooh.
Tampa's D's not as strong on the run as they used to be. Vita Vea is the only guy you got to block on the run. If I can get to their second level, I'm not scared anymore.
Hey, I see that. I'm gonna go ahead and go Tampa also. I think that they're ready and they're coming. My fantasy guy's gonna be Mike Evans. I think that he's gonna show off. He might get 2 grabs. He might get 2 TDs. Evans is coming. I think he's gonna be ready. It's a bad matchup for the Browns. I think the Browns are gonna make it close though. That 3.5.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be entertaining, but I think they're gonna eventually pull away. Unless Tommy's Nick Chubb does all these things, and then
you get 120 yards on a loss, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He does it all the time.
All right, I think this is a big game right here, playoff type of game. Titans at home, underdogs to the Bengals 2.5. Y'all got 2.5,
which is crazy. Yeah, I got 2.5.
All right. So go ahead, Tommy. Who you got? Bengals with the points or the Titans?
I got the Titans winning that game.
I knew that.
Yeah. I mean, that defense, I just admire the defense and how Rabel's got a vanilla defense. There's nothing special going on, and it's just dominant, mistake-free. It's like watching the Spurs back when Pop had them popping. It's fun to I admire.
It ain't fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. Good fun.
Spurs definitely was not fun.
Spurs wasn't fun, but I do like
There was no mistakes on that court. It was fun.
So the Titans go cover that. Who's the impact player or guarantee bet?
I'm going to go ahead and say the impact player is going to be Henry. If the Titans are going to win,
will he score?
Oh, he'll score 2. He's got to score 2. He's got to get 2 to win. If you got a 1.5, that'd be the perfect bet. But
yeah, I mean, I'm going to bet Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. That's definitely going to be one of my bets. So
I mean, you can do that every week.
Yeah, almost every year. Right. All right, Brandon, who you got?
Mixon's out then?
Mixon's out. It's going to be Samaje Perine.
Chase is back probably.
Maybe. I don't think he's going to play.
I think he might, but it'll be limited. I got the Titans probably winning the game.
Wow. Okay.
So I'll take the points. And I'm going with the rookie, man, Treylon Burks again.
That's mother.
Burks. What's Burks going to do?
Let me
score or just a lot of catches?
Will he score? Maybe not, but let me look at his props and see if he gets that, because I think he will. He'll get over 43.5 receiving yards. 43 yards over. I think so too. I'm with both of y'all's guaranteed picks, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Bengals just because I think that they realize that they have to keep winning, because the Ravens keep winning and they don't want to be one of those teams fighting it last week to get in the playoffs. I know Chase probably won't play. Mixon won't play, but I don't think Mixon mattered anyway, because the Titans are one of the best, if not the best, at stopping the run in the AFC. So I don't think it's going to be about running the ball. I think I saw something with T. Higgins last week. You know what I'm saying? Boys showing up, doing different things. God, I was wrong on that shit, man.
You know, so I'm going to go back to T. Higgins. I'm going with T. Higgins being my fantasy guy. 100 yards, and a tutty.
And a tutty. That's a big.
And a tutty. I think he's got a big game. When we see Burrow, when he finds a receiver, he locks in on that receiver and throws the ball to him almost all the time. Last week, I think the past 2 weeks, he's showing confidence with T. Higgins. Because earlier in the year when Jamar Chase is there, Higgins is getting decent numbers. But the past couple of weeks with him gone,
I think I called Tyler Boyd as a sleeper last week.
I like Tyler Boyd, man.
That's
they didn't even look at him last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He falls in love with a receiver. Falls in love with him. All right, Brandon, your boys, them Dolphins, y'all giving up 14. I got 14. What y'all got? 14 against the Texans with their new quarterback. Is it Allen? Was that the old Carolina Washington quarterback a long time ago?
It is.
Can the Dolphins cover that at home?
That's a lot of points, dude. I hate 14. To give that up there. Yeah. I'll say we'll cover, but I hate to say that. That's a lot of points, man. Because
it's a lot of points, but your team is good.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Who's your guarantee? We ain't got no lock. Nobody said no lock or nothing yet. I like it.
My guarantee is Tyreek over 100 yards. Tyreek over 100 yards.
Y'all got the same lock.
Hill 100 yards. Yep. I agree. Go ahead, Tommy. Who you got?
I mean, I've got Miami. They're going to take the points. I'm not worried about the garbage. Miami.
Cover?
They'll cover the points. They'll cover the 14. They'll go ahead and grab that. But I'm not worried about garbage time or nothing. I think they're out there to go ahead and. The Bills lost. The Bills look like they were going to lose. You know, the Bills look sus.
Because they'll be in first place.
Yeah, I think you're looking at a crown snatch this week for Miami.
Okay.
What I see right now at the top of the AFC is Kansas City and who?
Yeah.
I think Miami can take it this week. And they'll see if they could drop 40 on you, they're going to drop 40 on you this week.
So is there a fantasy player or a bet that you like?
I like Jalen. I mean, Tyreek's known commodity, and Houston, and just not to hurt him. You know, if you're already up and you're up big, then you kind of save the star. And Jalen Waddle, if they put him at one as the wide receiver one, he is the wide receiver one.
So what's he gonna do?
I would say he's going to go off. He'll get. I'll give him your stat line off the Cincy guy. He'll get 100 and a tutty.
100 and a tutty. I like it. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins to cover too. I think they would definitely cover. My fantasy guarantee with Mostert not playing, the Texans they're the worst against the run. I think Jeffrey Wilson is gonna go out there, get a running touchdown and a catching touchdown for the Dolphins.
That'd be huge.
Wilson, 2 TDs, 1 catching, 1 rush.
I love Jeff Wilson Jr. It was a hell of a trade, bro.
Yeah, man, that was a good trade. All right, Bears, Jets. Bears are getting 6 points.
6 all of a sudden.
Fields might not play.
Fields must not be playing.
Yeah, I heard Fields wasn't going to play. But the Jets are starting Mike. What is he? Mike White or whatever his name is.
Mike White.
That's
who we got, Brandon?
I'm gonna take the Jets to cover.
You're going to take the Jets to cover. And why is that? What's going to happen?
Sauce Gardner's going to get a pick. They're just going to beat the shit out of – who's their backup?
Who is it, Tommy? Say it.
Who is this?
Trevor Siemian.
Is it Trevor? No, they might be all
Trevor
right.
Siemian.
Play anywhere. He don't care about home field. He can play anywhere.
He's probably going to throw it to Sauce
a couple times.
I've got the Bears picked.
Hold on. Who's your fantasy or bet, Brandon?
Michael Carter, I think, is my fantasy player this game.
What's he going to do?
He gets in the end zone.
TD. Tommy, you taking the Bears with Trevor?
Man, I'm taking the Bears with Fields. I don't think Trevor plays.
Fields.
I don't think I spread, but a shout out to 6 of Fields.
Fields ain't gonna play.
I've not seen it, and until I see Justin Fields come up other than questionable, I think they eat the Jets apart on the ground with Fields running the ball. I don't think
his shoulder. Risking that
his shoulder. He's gonna slide. They're gonna tell him to slide.
So you got the Bears.
I don't think they. He's kind of got that Lamar thing going for him. If he don't run the ball, he's not any good. So he better. I think they're looking at him like, run the ball, go out there. You get in trouble, run the ball, and I think he'll run the ball this week.
All right, Tommy's got the Bears and Fields. I'm taking the Jets, and same thing.
He's a game time decision.
Carter is my guy again. I think he's gonna get like 8 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
You got Carter too.
Yeah. I think he's gonna have a bunch of catches and a receiving touchdown. All right, Tommy. Raiders getting 3.5 against the Seahawks. Them Raiders put it on y'all.
Devontae Adams is a good receiver.
And they had a tired defense that's on the field.
He is a good receiver. So what? Who's gonna win, Tommy?
Did
the Seahawks cover the 3.5?
Yeah, I got the Seahawks winning that game by the 3.5.
All right.
The Raiders can't stop the run. We don't have a running game. That's how that happened.
So is it Kenneth Walker the second? Is that what you're saying?
That's your fantasy stud, yeah.
Kenneth Walker.
He's good. He's good for a touchdown. I don't know if he gets to the 100, but he's good
anytime touchdown.
He's good for 15 points. I think he can get to the 15-point level on fantasy.
Okay. Who would you play, Michael Carter or Kenneth Walker, if somebody had to choose?
I would take Kenneth Walker versus the Raiders
because of volume.
Because of opportunity. Okay. I just don't know. I mean, Mike White, I don't know what's going to happen with.
Wilson or Kenneth Walker, Brandon?
Wilson.
Jeff Wilson.
Oh, Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. All right. So who you got? Raiders, Seahawks, Brandon? 3.5.
I got Seahawks as a lock.
Oh, this is lock. Brandon lock.
Dang, lock the Seahawks. That's a good one. It's a home field game.
All right. What's your fantasy thing about it?
I like Tyler Lockett. Anytime touchdown. I like him to get a touchdown.
Anytime TD. Lockett. Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks too. I'm definitely going there. And I'm going to go Metcalf. Anytime TD. Anytime TD. All right, Chargers giving away 3 to the Cardinals, Brandon. Who you got? And the Chargers are starting to get healthy, Brandon. They would not want them in the playoffs and play the Titans in the first round. That would be funny. I would pick them to beat the Titans in the first round of the playoffs. But anyway, go ahead, Brandon. You got Chargers.
I'm going to take the Chargers minus the 3. Brandon. Even if Kyler's playing.
Kyler's playing. They said he's playing.
Good.
Who's the fantasy players? Mike Williams is out.
Yeah, it's I could say Palmer is a sleeper, but I'm gonna go Austin Eckler dominates, gets 20 plus fantasy points. So
Eckler 20 points. Well, you got
and he's the number 1 running back, anyways.
But he's being whacked according to Tommy. Go ahead, Tommy.
I mean, what's his name comes back? The straw that's thirsty drink out there for the Chargers. But I've got the Cardinals winning that game, and I've got
I hope so, but.
I've got Connor being your fantasy standout. You take his anytime.
Anytime TD because the Chargers cannot stop the run at all.
Never.
Crazy. But I'm going to take the Chargers too. Definitely taking the Chargers. And I'm going with Herbert over 2.5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's secondary. Can't stop nobody.
They can't stop nobody. I was going to take Hopkins with the catches. That could happen too. All right, next game. Rams getting 15, Brandon, versus the Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs to cover.
Chiefs cover.
Yeah.
They got the UVA quarterback for the Rams. All right, who's the fantasy guy?
I'm going to go with him a second week in a row. I don't know if it's going to be him or not, but Isaiah Pacheco.
Pacheco.
I think he might get his first touchdown this week.
TD. All right, what you got, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs, of course, but they're not. I don't think they cover. 15.
Oh, so you taking the Rams with the points?
The Rams got the. No, I'll take the Chiefs, but they're not. The Rams are going to. Yeah,
I'm talking about covering.
Yeah. The Rams are going to cover the points because 15 is just garbage time. But
15.5 too.
Yeah, it's garbage time. That's a dangerous touchdown there at the end.
Who's your impact
more 21? But the fantasy stud on that game is going to be Patty. Patty's what's he over under on touchdowns? 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, definitely take the over on that. He might throw 4
TVs.
Or it might be over with quickness and might just run. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with all that.
Run.
And this is my lock, definitely. Of course, this is an easy lock for me. Chiefs covering the 15. I don't think that's gonna be a problem at all. My famous person is gonna be Kelsey. 2 TDs. 2 TDs. Shocker. Whoop-dee. But he's gonna feed Kelsey all day. I know Juju's coming back, but I think he's garbage. All right, Saints +9 versus the 49ers.
That's my lock.
That's your lock, Tommy? What's the lock? The 49ers?
The Niners gonna steal that.
I agree.
I don't think the Saints have enough offense to really stay on the field. And San Fran ball control the crap out of it quick. And Saints can't score quick. So that's a big problem. They're a way more talented version of the Saints.
Yeah. Who you got?
I got the Saints.
Fantasy impact.
Wow. My fantasy player? My fantasy player on that game is going to be Ayuk. I think Ayuk might break it.
I agree because Debo might not play either, so we'll see. All right, Brandon. He might.
I got the Saints. Give me the Saints and the points.
You got the Saints with the points?
I do. Ooh. I think his game's closer than people think.
Wow.
It's funny.
He knows.
Niners. No, I don't know.
The record-wise, you be knowing it. So go ahead. Who's your fantasy player?
I could say Ayuk, but I'm going to say Alvin Kamara has a big game.
He might not play either.
Why is he might not?
Because he's ill.
I got him on here.
Because he's ill.
They said he had an illness or something.
All right, well, let me switch it. Let me switch it. Go with George Kittle. I'll go George Kittle then. George Kittle anytime touchdown.
Kittle TD. I'm definitely taking the 49ers. Definitely. And mine was Ayuk also. Anytime touchdown. He ain't got to catch a lot of balls because a lot of balls are going to the running backs, especially in this kind of a game. Saints defense is banged up too. Ayuk, another touchdown. All right, Sunday Night Football. Packers getting 6.5 against the Eagles at home, Brandon. Are the Eagles going to cover that?
No.
They only won by 1 point last week to the Colts.
Yeah, I don't have them covering.
You don't have them covering at all.
I think this game is close and can go either way.
Really? Close game. No faith in the Eagles.
No, it's not that.
Are the Eagles going down? What is going on? We thought they were dominant in the past couple games they played. People are starting to be like, they lost to us.
I ain't going to say
by 1 point to the Colts.
I ain't going to say they beat a lot of bad teams because they played their schedule. But they're starting to get figured out a little bit.
Are they getting figured out? Is it Jalen Hurts or is it the coaching scheme?
I think it's the scheme, and I think y'all laid a hell of a blueprint on national TV.
Who did? Who did?
Y'all did.
Who's y'all?
Y'all did.
Who's y'all? All right, so who's your fantasy player or impact or whatever?
I like Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, is he going to get
Davis back?
Huh?
Jordan Davis he might be back.
That's fine. I'll take Aaron Jones scoring, receiving somehow.
TD, anytime TD.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna have a good ground game too. So
okay, that's how they keep it close. Yeah, run the ball like we did. What you got, Tommy? Can the Eagles cover 6.5?
Yeah, I think the Eagles can cover 6.5.
They covering 6.5, and why is that? Who's gonna be the difference maker?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
So.
What's he gonna do?
AJ Brown's got the anytime he can snatch over top. He can snatch over top of your head on that, and that's where I think the Packers are a little weak at on the safety.
Is it yards or defense or a bunch of catches?
It's on the TD. He's got the touchdown. Yeah, he's got the touchdown. He's going to snatch on their heads. When that 20-yard zone is, that's when the Eagles have been struggling, but that's where the Packers are kind of weak at. He gets snatched up on his head. Now I'm a little worried that the running game might be too much for Philly though, and bring that closer. But I really think they're going to get healthy. We got Sue back, and it's a little bit different of a defense.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles also. I think they're gonna cover. I think these last two games, maybe the coaches are gonna change some things. And at the end of the game, the last game, I saw Jalen Hurts. He was kind of not passing, but he was just doing what the coaches asked him to do. Then that last drive, he just took over and said, "I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna run this in for a touchdown." And I think Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, because I think he's gonna have a rushing TD. Rushing TD for Hurts. Yeah. And he might even throw another one too. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, last game, Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football. This is, oh man. Steelers getting 2.5 against the Colts, Tommy. Are the Colts going to cover that?
No, I got the Steelers winning, so they got to win by that 2. And I don't have it as a 1-point game. It's hard to win a 1-point game on the road.
Okay.
So
what's going to be the reason for the Steelers?
Defense.
What?
Defense. Why? Defense. Yeah, I don't know if I can pick a fantasy stud on the Steelers. So JT
defense is a stud. I mean,
I would take the defense. Steelers defense would be a good place to start this week.
Well, the Eagles defense has been scoring up a lot of points. They're probably one of the top fantasy defenses.
Depends on how your defense rolls.
Would you play the Eagles defense against the Packers, or would you play the Steelers defense against the Colts? If you had both of them on your team, Tommy.
I mean, I would be playing this deep. I would be playing the defense versus the Colts right now. And the over under on this game is like 39.
Okay, you agree, Brandon?
Yeah, I got the Steelers.
You got the Steelers too, with the points or just win it?
I think they win the game.
I think so too. Well, who's the fantasy impact player or whatever?
I'm going to say it is George Pickens who gets in the end zone.
Pickens, TD. I'm rolling with y'all, fellas. I'm rolling with you. I think the Colts are missing like 3 of their studs up front to stop the run. And that's why Najee Harris, anytime touchdown, guaranteed he's been picking up steam the last few weeks anyway. I wish I'd have
taken
from you, Brandon. I'm out here making fun of Brandon. I don't want him now. I wish I might have took one of them damn trades. But Najee Harris, anytime touchdown, I think that's a guarantee that's going to happen. That's going to be another one of my picks. Him and Derrick Henry, they will score this week, so go ahead and get it in to make that money. Colts, I just can't see it. So we got Brandon, his lock is the Seahawks. Mine is the Chiefs, and Tommy's is the 49ers. I agree with all of them. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this one because Brandon's been kicking our ass, Tommy. He's been kicking our ass.
I gotta get back in it. I slipped like 8K in ESPN.
Yeah, so we went through them. We're going to see how it goes. I know it's getting late. I got to work at 7 in the morning. Tommy drives safe to the game on Sunday. When y'all leaving? Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm leaving Saturday. I'll stay the night in Charlotte.
Saturday night. Y'all drive safe. You taking the whole family or just you and Val?
Just me and Val.
Y'all enjoy it.
It might rain. I don't care what the weather is.
You always prepared. It don't matter.
I might buy dream seats. I'll be out there.
Hell yeah. Enjoy yourself. Brandon, if the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl, what you going to do? You going to the game? Derek talking about they going to buy a ticket?
Dude, if they do, I would do everything to get
try to get up there, right?
Because I've never seen it, and I don't know if I ever will see it again. So
I know Derek is hype. I know you hype because y'all really do have a legitimate chance to get there. That's crazy.
Well, I think we need the 1 seed to do it. I think we can't play at
y'all can't go into KC and win?
I don't know if you can play in Buffalo either.
don't know if we can play in cold weather yet.
Right.
I guess we'll find out. So.
Yes, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But fellas, I
But
think
we right there. So.
Chubb can. He'll tell him what it's like.
Who?
Chubb.
Oh yeah,
Bradley.
he's doing great for them, man.
He's strengthened up the whole side of that field.
I know it's changing things, but it's after midnight right now, guys. I appreciate y'all's time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
December 15th. I know, Brandon, you said you can't make it. Tommy,
I gotta work next morning.
Live show, spread the word. McAdoo,
yes,
thank you for being a great host.
We'll go live tomorrow from the game too.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I'll go live from Rellism.
Hey, do it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But Rellism Sports Talk, episode 140, part 2. We got the All Elite out here giving you everything you need to complete your fantasy, your betting, your pickups, whatever for week 12. Thank y'all, fellas. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
See y'all.
All right.